So, sorry, I didn't.
Everyone, thank you for being here. It's 6, so we'll go ahead and call the meeting to order and stand for the pledges. I pledge
allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. I salute the flag of the state of New Mexico as a just symbol of perfect friendship among the united cultures.
Okay, so approval of the agenda.
I'll make that motion to approve the agenda as presented.
Do we have a second? All in favor?
Aye.
Okay, approval of the minutes for the regular meeting of January 15th, 2024.
I'll make the motion to accept the minutes as presented.
Do we have a second?
I'll second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Okay, reports.
All in favor? Did we do, we did, yeah.
Mhm.
Sorry, I was reading ahead. So, yes, on the administrative report, any questions for Ryan on operations report?
Do we? Oh, sorry.
Go ahead, Mom. Okay.
You probably have the same questions as I have.
I was just gonna ask, now that we have the new buzzer systems installed, is there a way yet for them to communicate with the external building, which is the welding shop? Or is it still just the buzzer into the,
Yeah, it's, right now it's just the canvas. Because of the card readers.
oh, okay.
Yeah, we,
And then, my other one was where we're talking about, we're working closely with law enforcement agencies on our safety plan, as well as Tyler. Concern about the constant flow of people going in through the side doors at the gymnasium to the basketball games and stuff. And is there a way that we can stop that from happening and have everybody flow through the front doors? Instead of letting people in through that side door, it's a constant influx of people that are flowing in through there, which it shouldn't happen. I mean, if you're going to the games, go through the front doors and
Yeah, it should be
go in
just
the proper
coaches and
ways.
athletes.
So
Whoever has the key.
Yeah,
I think they should go
they're
in.
using their actual access control key. You know?
I don't know what they're using, but the doors, what I'm being told, is doors being open for people to come in.
I'll research the system to see if we can actually tell that lock it can be disengaged. So it could be just.
If there's an emergency.
Yeah, I'm at the door. The people that come through are either school employees, athletes, and coaches.
I just think as a safety,
I mean,
people should go through the front.
No, we have to let them in. The doors are locked. You have to let them in. The other side over there, they'll let the cheer, Miss Stewart stays over there, and lets the cheer in, and then the girls basketball in.
Why can't they come through the front though?
Well, they've always
I don't
done.
know. I mean, I don't see, as long as they're those personnel, I don't know. The doors are shut.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Doors
not just
on one
anybody can
side.
get in through the side, it has to be.
Well, they said that influx of people coming through those doors, and I've heard from
There might
other
be,
people.
but they're all, I'm telling you, because I'm there, it's all athletes, coaches, or school employees,
I know.
so.
It's
if
something
there
to
is
look
people
into,
over
I mean, because maybe it's being open for one and then there's a stream of people that come in behind it.
Okay,
It's something to look into. I mean, if we're looking at safety, I think we need to look at it all the way around.
okay. Any other questions?
I wanted to know if there's been an update on the air conditioner for the buses. No.
I still, I'm waiting, so.
I know there was a bus that went to Capitan. I think it was the girls' bus. The heater,
That's me.
the heater
That was
wasn't
me.
working, I think, was it?
That's a whole long story.
It would work for an hour and then
No, no, no.
shut off or something
On
like
the way
that.
up there, it was too hot.
Uh-huh.
We couldn't even, I mean, we were sweating. And then on the way back, it wouldn't turn on. And then we kept messing with the knob, and I go, we're out in the portal, it's getting pretty cold this time. We're cuddling up and it is cold. And I kept messing with the switch back and forth, and finally, I don't know what happened, the whole, it kicked on, and then it kicked on, right on the portal. That's right.
You had to kick it a little bit.
But, yeah, yeah, oh, no, I'm sorry. But
No,
We have one new bus coming.
Mhm.
Any idea on, do we have a updated?
It's at the AC shop right now, so they're on back order parts, so we're number 12 on the list. So after AC, and it goes to paint.
Paint, yeah.
it comes
At
to-
least we're
And then
not.
we've got one
old.
bus in the shop,
Yeah.
and that's the same bus, and that's got to replace a wiring harness. So we're down to the one nice,
And then we did purchase a new bus, didn't we?
I mean, that's one that's in the AC shop and the
Okay.
paint. So
And you said by spring, right? I
Well,
saw
we're
summer.
hoping.
Hopefully.
Yeah, that's what I saw summer.
Yeah.
And then any updates with the mayor?
not yet,
And
we're
will
still
you
waiting on an
let me know that?
estimate from, we went to the meeting on the, you're talking about on the softball field? He's supposed to be getting us estimates, and he hasn't emailed any of us with updated estimates for what, like for the bleachers and stuff like that. But they are working on it.
And the deadline for the RFP for the concrete? Is there a deadline?
We're headed to the, probably the summer months when it gets a little.
Summer months? Okay.
A little warmer out.
I think that's all I have.
Okay. And along those lines, under administrative reports also,
Uh-huh.
remember, I sent y'all an email on, for the School Boards Association Student Achievement Person.
Mhm.
So think of a name, and if you email, we gotta have it. So I'll shoot you an email to remember.
And this is only for,
No, this is the one.
oh, for like the
For
one
like,
that,
yeah, like last year.
oh yeah,
was
I always get
principals.
confused with those
Yeah,
two.
yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So this is, but I'll send out, and then the requirements, I think, are on the list. But-
Mhm.
And we can do multiple, it doesn't have to be just one, but, so. Just shoot me an email, I'll shoot you an email reminder,
Okay. Sounds good.
okay? And any other questions for Ryan?
Thank you, Ryan.
Thank you.
Okay. And then building reports, we'll start with Courtette, which she's the only one.
Good evening. Nothing really new is going on, just the same, continuing with everything. Our state testing is in April, or it starts, the windows from the end of March through May. We have it scheduled for April. DTMS and Central are unique in that we test every grade level, so at RBT, they test third and fourth, at high school only 11. So everything starts at our school just to focus. That's just something that's unique, and we've already scheduled those dates, and I think it's, if I remember correctly, April 8th through 11th. Really, I think our challenge and what we're trying to brainstorm is ways to get it out to parents and to students, the importance of testing, because in the end, it does affect us. And at high school now, I think they're going back to where in future years next year, maybe they're gonna start using that as graduation again. So, I would always tell my students how important it was for them to take that test and do their best on it, because then that can kind of gauge like for high school, because then 8th grade is the last year, they don't take it again till their junior year, and they need that to graduate. So, that's just the challenge of trying to relay that importance to parents and to students. Today we had the REC here, they came to do observations for our 2 intervention classes. Even though some of those interventions, they're those classes and it's the reading and the math, and those are based like on the math scores. And so because some are below grade level, but then there's others that are above grade level and everybody is grouped accordingly. So, we had 4 people in the building observing the classes and seeing what was going on in there, so that then they could, by Friday, they're supposed to provide me, with what they saw, all the good things. They just briefly, they told me there were a lot of good things going on, and then they were gonna come up with, 2-3 strategies, high yield strategies, and those are strategies that, have been proven to have a lot of good results on student, achievement. And so, I'll have that information I'll have just like the basic report by Friday, and then I'm meeting with them on Tuesday, for that. But basically, that's what's going on. We're just, starting to get ready for that test. So, any questions?
Yeah, I had one. Did you guys, for parent teacher conference, did you guys do it in the evening as well?
No, we did.
Okay.
We did, well, all week long, after school, kind of like in the evening. So we, Monday through Thursday, we had parents coming in.
I was just wondering
and then-
about how, if it was effective or not having it.
And you know what, we still have like a few that still need to meet, so I don't have the numbers on that. But, our goal has been at DTMS for the past few years is to try and make contact with every parent, whether it's, of course, we want them to be, we would prefer that they go in person, but there still are a lot of people that are sick and living with COVID and all of that. So the first option is in person, then we offer a Zoom or a Google Meet and a phone call. And if nothing else, sending them an email with all the information so that we're trying to actively contact parents and let them know how their students are doing. That's what our goal is.
Thank you.
Okay. Thank you.
And I just wanted to tell you that I was very impressed with this, and I'm very happy to see how dedicated you guys are to student achievement and making sure they're comfortable with the tests, they know what to prepare for, and they're just ready for it. And it's nice to see.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Any questions on Scott's?
I was gonna just say that seeing the reports on like every month and stuff like this, I wish that we could set a meeting, like, us board members,
Mhm.
be active with each school and seeing what their goals are. And once we see their goals, okay, expand them. Like, how are we gonna expand them? How are we gonna help our staff members to reach that goal and go beyond? I think it's important for like us board members to know like what each school is doing individual.
Mhm.
I don't know, I just have a goal in mind in my head. I just wanna see how we could help our staff members out. Like if, like, for example, like Ms. Okay, what can we do as a board member to help her out? And seeing that goal and achieving it and going beyond that and carrying it on to the high school. Like I said, like last month I said, what can we do for our juniors and seniors? College isn't for everybody to go through the workforce. Like, what kind of solutions can we help our kids to achieve to the next level? So I don't know, that's just my goal. I wish we could
Maybe
do like a little, like a group, a one-on-one with, the teachers at RBT 1 month and see what they're doing and what can we do to step in and see. I don't know, it's just an idea of mine that I've been,
Mhm.
I want to get out there and do. Tell me if I'm overstepping, but I just want to know, like, what can we do to see our
Yeah, I
students
mean, because it's
succeed?
a fine line between, policy and,
And it's not to take an
Right, no,
action
no,
item
no,
or anything like that.
but we
I
could
just
probably
wanna
set it
see.
up maybe as a board training and have like
Mhm.
RBT principals and teachers, like having RBT, set
Yeah,
it up like at board trainings
yeah,
at each campus maybe.
yeah. I don't know. I think we should, I like to be involved and seeing what we can do for me personally and see where I could help.
Yes, ma'am.
So, I don't know, that's just an idea of mine.
Okay.
Sorry.
No, that's, any other questions on Scott's? And what about for Sulemis?
I wish we can have the kindergarten class come and do the pledge of allegiance in English and Spanish.
Yeah.
It's a good little
That would be good.
spotlight.
Yeah.
Maybe I'll go in the mornings and see.
I think just to highlight real quick on Sulemas, just that they're having that, school-wide, BMAT challenge on the 14th.
Mhm.
And that way, if anybody's interested in going
Yes.
and seeing the kids, and that way we can encourage them and support them in their
I know they've been working hard.
practicing a lot.
I heard about it.
Thank you.
Okay, just to start off the bat, before I forget, we'll send it out. Saturday's game, we're gonna change the JV boys time. It's gonna be at 2:30, the same time our girls are playing varsity at the high school. Because we have no rest, so that gives us, but we do have two, so them two rests will do both JV games. They'll do our girls, they'll pack up, we'll junior high, do them, and we have our varsity rest here, we'll do the two varsity games. And, hopefully that helps. I think next year, because we've been, and we talked about wanting to help, we need rest. I can see you guys out there resting, just saying. It's killing us. It is, but we're not the only ones. It's everywhere. Our whole district's this way. I mean, like even we did Tularosa, we had coaches from Tularosa having rep games. It is one of the JVs, that'll be canceled JVs, and we don't want to do that. So maybe next year, I'm thinking about, we might end up doing, just go back to old school ways, where it's 2 games, boys are playing here, girls are playing there, and then we have to find 2 rests. You know, I think that might help. So we'll vote on that, and I'll let you guys know how that result comes out. We have, our girls are 3rd right now. They're Thursday, and they will win. They're gonna take out Mescalero more than 4 points on Saturday, and then I'll put up 2nd place. And then they'll have that opportunity to play Tularosa last week for the championship for the district. And our boys, you know, I don't know, they're just struggling finding a win, but they play hard. I'm proud of our boys. They play hard.
And they're very young too.
Yeah, and they play, they're right there in all the games. It's just that right at the end, we can't find a way to win a game. It's just having a hard time getting to the hole. But I'm sure proud of our boys. I am. I know their records don't show it, but I think their attitudes, everything, I'm really proud of them. Softball, baseball, they already started doing that, getting ready for that season. It starts soon, guys. It's just like, it's not pretty long right now.
Going quick.
The district tournament for basketball is on the 26th. I will email that and maybe you can forward it or we'll post it. Like that's what we'll do. Then we'll post it on our site. Because the 26th will be the district tournament for basketball. And hopefully our girls will be 2nd or 1st. So they'll have a bye and then, you know, we'll play on through there. But Monday will be the first, 26th will be, Monday will be a girls game. Tuesday will be a boys game and so on, okay? Boys will have probably, yeah, they'll travel. Girls will have a home game hopefully. Yeah, track season and softball, I think that's about it. I'm working on, I got football schedule done. It's a lot easier though, because you only have 9 games. But it's complete. The only thing I'm not done to finalize on is volleyball. I'm waiting for a few schools to get back with me to finalize volleyball, but hopefully by the next board meeting, I'll have those finalized for you guys too. You'll have next year's volleyball and football schedule. So, anyway, any questions on athletics?
To ref, do you have to have any sort of certification?
Yeah, you do, but
Oh,
it's,
okay.
it's kind of a joke on the JV. Well, now varsity, no, you gotta be certified on the JV, because we're struggling so hard. You can call, we call NMA, and it's instant, it's over the phone, done, yes. And, we obviously not gonna just let anyone out there on the courts. Like right now, we let our people we know, we let our cops, we let our board members, we let, bus drivers, we let the Bob Hill, by the way.
For him. He's
Oh my
everywhere.
God, guys, if you don't think Bob Hill enough, oh my God, that guy's, he has helped us so much. I can't say enough. Bob Hill's done an amazing job for us. But I make sure they all have backgrounds,
Mhm.
is what I'm doing. I'm not gonna just pull someone off the street. So that's all.
And
I was just thinking for Alyssa.
No,
Yeah.
I was telling her, I said, I think Amy is correct. She's in better shape than I am.
as a board member, you can volunteer, but we cannot pay you.
Dang it, not
Welcome
even
to-
$25?
Yeah,
I
don't necessarily-
At least take me out for dinner. Just kidding.
Well, why don't we, well, for next year, maybe I mean, we have Victor that lives here, I mean, why don't we?
He's retired.
Well, no, I think Victor's too big time for us. I don't know.
But I'm not saying
They
that.
shove him in. He doesn't like to do home games a lot because they say
gets
he feels guilty for wanting to be yelled at and he's favored. And so he chooses not to. He does a
No, I
lot of the
wasn't
Christmas
saying
games.
for that, I was saying for him to host the
Oh,
clinic. You know
Oh,
what I'm saying,
yeah.
here, and then we
Yeah.
could have, because,
Yeah.
I mean, even
I
Amos
think-
was struggling
guys-
real bad this year.
it's something I think we need, they do, they're doing right now. The NA has a course, by the way. It's a course and they're certifying kids, seniors and juniors in high schools. Like, for instance, Cliff has 4 or 5 kids that are reffing, they're licensed, they're reffing right now. So they're doing their games. Thule has 2 of their seniors. So for instance, when we played, when Thule was over there, 2 of their starters rep the JV game, turn around, dress down, and play in the varsity game. So, and it is what it is. I've been trying, I'm telling you, I hustle with your boys nonstop.
Oh, yeah.
Kristen and I, both of them, I've been hustling, trying to get them to get out there and rep. If I can just get some of these guys that are still around, I do have some interest in some of the kids that graduated last year. They're actually all over, and girls. I've been on them too. So hopefully we can do what you just said. That's my plans. I'm working on it. Because we do have some good local athletes that are still here doing things in this town that are good.
Could we do something like on our Facebook page saying
I have.
that, oh, have you?
I know exactly where, I'm ahead of you, I didn't mean to cut you off.
Okay, it's okay.
Trust me, I have. And tell you what, by the way, our fans have been great. I think once we started making the announcements about the rules and about the 2-strike policy, it's like, yeah, we've only had 1 incident all year. It's like, I'm pretty proud of that too, even though it's 1 too many, but still. Compared to normal, I'm just telling you, my shoes, it's been pretty good.
Well, you might get 1 or 2 next year.
Yeah.
Just saying.
Yeah.
We'll just make her a quiet box
Uh,
where you can't hear her.
But anyway, any other questions? I'm sorry. We all good. Thank you, guys.
Thank you.
And last report's a truancy report. And that's, for December, we had 28 letters, parent contacts. And there's only that first couple of weeks in December, and then we're out. And then 94 for January. And that's a combination of phone calls, letters, and personal contacts.
I only see it worse whenever the governor, if she signs the bill,
If we get
it's gonna be,
stricter enforcement policies, it will help quite a bit
Yeah.
when there's some actual teeth
Yes,
in the law.
they pulled those through.
Okay. Did we have anything for a public forum? No?
No, ma'am.
Board of Education issues?
All right, the first couple, just a couple of reminders. This regional spring meeting, New Mexico School Board Association is in Cobre. It's March 26, 2024. I have to check the time. I think it's either 5:30 or 6. I'll shoot out an email for that. That's March 26 in Cobre. And just to put on your calendars, there's a law conference in Albuquerque, May 30th through June 1st for the New Mexico School Board Association. If you're interested in going to that. And I'll put it on probably every month just to remind you. And then, because I'm not even sure if registration's open for that one yet. Any questions on either one of those?
I was planning to go on the national school board one in April. Just FYI.
You really want to go?
Yes, sir.
Okay. We'll see,
And can teachers go to this too, as well?
not normally,
No? Okay.
yeah, because
To the, and what is it called, the national,
National Association is, what is it?
the one that teachers could go to, right? Too. There's one that teachers could go to, right?
Well, anybody can go to these that are members of, it's just cost factor. Especially out of state.
Mhm.
Although where's the national one then? Is it
New
New
Orleans.
Orleans? Yeah.
Since I didn't make it to New York the last time.
Yeah,
Just saying.
yeah. Okay. And then we have, Ms. Colson here with a couple of her young ladies to present their National History Day projects.
Good luck.
I'm Michelle Culberson. I teach history at the high school along with some other classes. And I decided to take National History Day to the high school. I used to do it at DTMS. Did it for 3 years. And the last year we did it, actually took kids to the first competition in Cruces, to state in Albuquerque, and then took a couple groups to nationals in Washington DC. We spent a week there. They got to see a lot of stuff. They got to compete against everyone else. And so I think at one of the other board meetings, there were just questions about it. It's just a very intensive project-based learning project. Oh, here's my other student, good. And students, I'm giving them complete free reign. They get to choose what kind of project to do. We have examples of a couple of exhibit boards here. I'll let them visit about those in a minute. We have one performance group. My drama class is gonna go and perform a play there. And then I have one website going, and then 2 documentaries are going. And then we had 15 groups do exhibit boards, and I have to shave that down to 6 before we go to Cruces. And so they're finishing up this week, and then on Tuesday, they have to present to me. And that's when I get to decide. And I also have one middle school student going. I did ask Ms. Montiel if anyone was interested to just, have them email me and start going to high school. And she's been going after school a couple times every week, and, I help her put it all together. And then Gally is my other individual who will be going, because the individuals don't compete against the groups. So it's like individuals only compete against individuals kind of thing. So, Gally, you want to talk about yours?
Mine is I believe in the 19th, called Night of the Living Dead, became a turning point in history by changing the horror genre and creating the zombie movie genre. And it's like, that's why movies are the movie because of that movie.
See, it's a little difficult because, you don't see all. They spend a good month in December, a little bit at the end of November, just researching. I had different things that they had to do. They had to have 50 different sources of research before they could even think about putting their boards together. So Gally has finished all her research, and now she is starting to print all her pictures, put all the citations underneath it. It is strict on APA format. They had to do a bibliography. They had to do an annotated bibliography. So that's what they've been working on mostly. And now, this group is really ahead, and they did.
This is our board. This is a guy, it's Pablo Escobar. He's very big, on politicians, very big on drugs in Colombia. Colombia's population went really down because he had a big cocaine trade and stuff like that going through the United States through Colombia, and so he bought a bunch of hippos and a bunch of land, and he's overpopulated of the hippos, so all the population is just going down.
So we compete on February 23rd. Like I said, I'll choose on Tuesday who actually gets to go, but we thank you guys for the monetary support and the interest that you guys have given us. We really do appreciate that.
And are spectators allowed, when they present?
Yes, it is at the Farm and Ranch Heritage Museum, and kids will be presenting all day, and then awards start at 3 o'clock there at the museum. That's when they'll tell us who moves on to Albuquerque or not. And of course, the judges will give feedback to all the groups, let them know how to improve it. Even if they do get to go to Albuquerque, they'll say, all right, this is good, now you should fix this kind of thing.
Well, good luck, guys.
Yeah.
Good luck. You have a good job.
Thank you very much.
We're almost done. Guess we'll stay. Just kidding.
We'll move on to item 7 for the approval of accounts payable and payroll liability transactions.
Any questions on any of the checks?
I had a couple.
Okay.
31349.
Window repairs,
Okay, so that's probably what the other one is also for 31417.
31417,
These stay the same.
probably. Yeah, window repairs again,
Okay. My other one was 31381.
31381.
Yes, sir.
Sound that page down, so I'll look. I'm sorry.
Ref payment. Referee payment for the high school.
And then, this one was very unfamiliar, was 31384.
384. Board Works is a teacher, it's like it's a teacher database for stuff that they can pull up online, references for each subject from grades K through 12.
Oh, okay.
You know, they can pull up lessons on science or math or whatever that they can use. And that's a one-time purchase, and then it's ours.
It's yours to keep
Right.
for
It's not
everybody
like a
to use in the
subscription.
district.
Right, yeah,
Okay.
K through 12.
Oh, that's nice.
Okay.
Yeah. Although there is a yearly maintenance fee of like $3,000, but it's not anywhere near. Yeah. They always have the maintenance fee from
And one more was the 31385, so also
it.
preferred.
Feeder route, so that's some with busing. Brianna Bolanegro, yeah, for feeder route.
Yeah, it's, if they don't live right next to a bus stop, we pay that parent to drive
Drive
them
them
from
to the
their
bus
house
stop,
to the bus
yeah.
stop. So we don't have to run buses 10 miles down a dirt road.
Is that
or
CPAR?
unmade road.
Is that CPAR?
Thank you.
Any others?
I was gonna say, they could pay me to take my kids.
Yeah.
I'm just kidding.
Yeah.
Do you have a motion for approval of accounts payable and payroll liability transactions?
I'll make that motion.
Second,
I'll second that motion.
all in favor?
Okay. Aye.
Okay. Approval of budget adjustment requests.
Okay, we have probably, for the remainder of the fiscal year, we'll probably have several, because it's cleaning up the budget and stuff to get ready for the end of the year. The first bar is the money that the state awarded us, the $150,000 that we bought the vehicles and the cameras for. So that $150,000 is from the state. The next bar is just a transfer bar. And what it is, we had in our Title I, we had where we could use administrative costs. So that administrative cost was $7,038. Instead of using it as administrative, we put it back into instruction for salary. So that's a transfer bar of $7,038. The next one is a transfer bar from instruction to capital outlay. It's taking 10,000 out of instruction, putting 10,000 into capital outlay. It's a zero net. I mean, it's just a transfer between funds. The next one's basically the same thing. Instruction supplies going to student support services supplies, and that's for 2,000. And the next one is a total of about, well, there's a whole bunch of them going down the list, but again, it is a net zero, and it is mainly, these are all being transferred back into instruction, whether it be salaries or retirement or retiree health, but it's all going back into the instruction budget function. And again, it's a zero net cost. And then the other one is the fresh fruit and vegetable We had an additional $474 awarded to us, so it's just an increased bar for $474. And the next one is an increase in CTE funds for $1,038. The next one is just an increased bar of 58,000. It is final award for the ESSER 3 monies, the ARP monies, whatever acronym you want to use, but it's for 58,967. And this is carryover from Title IV from last year and this year, so that's $19,115 for Title IV teacher, principal training and recruiting. And that is all of them. Any questions on any of that?
No. Okay, I'll entertain a motion for the approval of budget adjustment requests.
I'll make a motion.
Do you have a second?
I'll second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Okay, item number 8, discussion items. The first is for the Narcan policy.
So we are in the process, we're gonna get at least our high school teachers trained in the use of Narcan. We have to update our policy to allow teachers to keep it. So instead of creating a whole new policy, what we did was just add to our administering medicines to students policy that we already had in existence. So that bottom paragraph is basically what we would add to the policy. The one thing that our attorney said we could do on the second sentence, the school nurse shall ensure that storage of opioid antagonist medications is proper and adheres to medication storage room standards. You know, we do that when I was talking to the nurse, and we don't have to have that in there. Locked up in the office, then it kind of defeats the purpose. I mean, because they need it from their classroom. So we can delete that, just depending on what y'all think.
So will each teacher have some in there?
Right.
Okay.
They're trained, they sign up. We're not gonna force anybody.
So they have to sign up to.
To be trained, yeah, and we'll do training at the high school. And then once they do it, they'll be issued their own Narcan. We'll have some in the office, and then each teacher that's trained, that it can be administered. Because there's no harm, I mean, according to all the trainers and everything else, it's, even if you administer it and they don't need it, it's not gonna hurt anyone. You know, it's not, it can only help. So, and we're not gonna, it's just for discussion this month, I'll bring the actual, you know, like it, just for now, I mean, do you feel like we need to leave that sentence in and have it locked up, or do you want to leave it to each teacher?
I think it needs to be with each
Teacher,
teacher.
okay. So we'll remove that, and then I'll bring it back for approval next month. And we'll go from there. Any questions or comments on it?
Just sad that we
Yes.
have to.
It's sad that we're getting to this point.
Yes.
I could have sworn there was some sort of bill they were looking at. For Narcan. Does that sound familiar to you?
Not offhand, I can go back and look and see.
Or is this gonna be, available to coaches and?
Yeah, if they go through the training, it's available to any of our staff.
So like if they, are they gonna be able to have some on the bus?
If they choose to take it with them, it's,
Oh, never mind. Naloxone nasal spray, that's something else.
Yeah.
Sorry.
or anything on that. Okay. Is the New Mexico School Kitchen Infrastructure Improvement Grant Award. We applied for a grant for about $53,000, and we were awarded the grant. So we're going to be upgrading the RVT dishwasher. We'll be getting a new serving table, a convection steamer, a new oven, and an ice maker, which comes to a total of about $53,000. we haven't barred it yet because we just got all the paperwork like Thursday. So next month there'll be a bar probably to approve on that.
And all of this is going to RBT?
Not all, no, so
Just
the
dishwasher?
dishwasher's going to RT, the oven and steamer here, and then the ice maker, I don't remember which one. And then the serving table, I'm not sure if it's going to DTMS or RBT. The high school stuff's pretty new, so but I know one of our ovens is not in the best shape here.
Thank you for getting that across.
Yeah.
When we went to Santa Fe, we spoke with Saya. Have you heard anything on that money she talked about that we were gonna get? She was saying we're gonna get $200,000.
Well, yeah, so I haven't heard anything back from them, but they did say that they're trying to get us. She was gonna try to do 100,000 and then have one of the other representatives give us 100,000 for the playground at RT that we requested.
Okay.
So whether it comes through or not, I don't know, but she has
Did
talked.
she say that she
She
got
said-
it?
yeah,
She said
she
that
said
she
she
got it.
did.
I asked her if she was pushing for it, she said we got it.
Oh,
For
good.
RBT, so I don't know.
Okay, well, cause I know, but I think she could only speak for 100,000.
Okay.
Yeah,
Did she
for
say
sure.
she got it, the other person?
It was
said,
a
just-
quick.
It was a quick conversation because she was going into committee, but she
Okay.
did say that she get money
Okay, perfect.
for RBT.
Yeah.
But if it's 100K or 200K,
Okay.
what it was.
Yeah, cause I was told it was gonna be trying to her 100K and then 100K from one of the others.
I don't know. Maybe we can shoot an email or something. I don't know.
Yeah.
Let's see.
Any other questions, comments on this?
Okay, item number 9. For action items, discussion and possible action on school board meeting times.
Currently, and ever since I've been here, it's been at 6 o'clock on Wednesday nights. I know it's been discussed. But some have suggested instead of, I think, 'cause before we were talking like before 5, but I know some of you work till after 5, so like they maybe thought maybe like 5:15 to do a meeting time, like where all the board members can get here after work.
I don't get off till 5:30 most days. Whenever I work evenings, I would like to call in too if I can.
Yeah,
can do that.
no problem.
But yeah, I don't get off of work till 5:30. So
Okay, so you couldn't get here till 6,
I
and that's on any night?
5:45. So yeah, it's
Okay.
Fridays. I'm usually off, but
Okay,
that's yeah.
okay. So, I mean, that is,
Mm-hmm. I was thinking 5:15 to 5:30, but if you can't be here,
I won't be able to make
And
it
that
at
makes it
5:15.
hard.
Yeah.
Okay,
any other?
anyone else?
Are you good?
Want to do 9 o'clock? Just kidding.
No, fine with the time now, I mean, yeah, I mean.
Yeah.
So, I mean, so everybody can attend it, I think, I'm retired, but that's, you all work, so, it's be good for all of us to be here to attend, and stuff, and not, you don't have, he works out of town and push him out, you know what I'm saying? So he can make it, it's better, I feel like we're all here all the time, and give everybody, I know you guys all get out at 5, to give you enough to rush home and then try to get here, at 5:15 or whatever, to try to get here at the time. I feel the time that we're doing it now, I think is good, but it's.
I think it works well too, by the time I get out of work and I get home and get, like today I brought my little one because I didn't have someone to watch her, but
Mhm.
usually I'd get her home and get her settled.
Okay. So it is entirely up to y'all. You don't have to take any action or motions. If you want to let it lie, if you want to make a motion to change it, that's up to y'all.
I think we'll leave it as is.
Okay.
Sorry, Ryan.
Just
Real quick before we adjourn, maybe for our next meeting, if we can see if we can't work in getting Plius down here so they can tell us a
Tell us
little bit
what
more
they-
about what
yeah.
they have to offer. Because they can give some, like how Alyssa was saying, not all our kids are gonna go to college.
Right.
They can help give some training ideas on different
Mhm.
projects that they work on.
Okay,
And maybe we can get affiliated with them to
right.
get some training going with our kids.
No, that's a good idea. I'll see if I can get them out.
Okay. This meeting is adjourned.
Thank
Okay.
you.
Thank you all. And there are snacks, danishes, please help yourself.
Take one for coffee tomorrow
Yeah.
morning.
Otherwise, if you don't take it, they're not gonna do it anymore.
Bye.
Good night.
Night.
He said I wasn't supposed to take that bus.
It's fun going.
I go for it.
JP.
Johnny, are you really gonna be here?
Well, the reason I missed you is because I'm at work. Johnny, I started calling. Let's see what I'm trying my hair, man.
Yeah. I usually am gone somewhere, some doctor's appointment, right?
The other bus, I think they're back without going up.
I just hope that first.